Welcome back, everyone, to NRG Stadium in Houston. We've got a kickoff forthcoming as we get back. Action in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And down he goes.
Sack. Drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Stroud to throw it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they'll have it just 5 yards away from pay dirt here, 1st and goal.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Bucky Irving
with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
Get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time in the ball game.
And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And able to get this out to the 25. Houston's offense taking over again.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stroud, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And a costly turnover there as the ball will be spotted 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you.
This is a diving effort by Evans. What a catch. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with an amazing diving catch.
And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
They'll try and run it here. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
And now out comes Houston. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Here's Stroud.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup of 38.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Throwing now is Stroud.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Stroud looking to throw.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up, taking it right down Broadway. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs.
The offenses have success. You could say they've run wild a little bit. Time for the defenses to get into the act, and one does here.
Nothing like a little bit of revenge for the defense. They've had to deal with it all game long. Both offenses going up and down the field. How about it when they take the ball away and take it to the other end zone?
So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Houston set to take over.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction.
Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose.
And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they'll have a a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Bucky Irving.
A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Buccaneers take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Todd Bowles leaving his offense on the field. They're going to go for 2 here.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense set to regain possession. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You're trailing by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear.
Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And it won't be a pick six, but he will have his guys set up at the 2-yard line.
Irving diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. What a game it's been for him in the backfield, Charles, as he pounds it into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, and he hits the end zone one more time, and his blockers cleared all those lanes. Before the snap, they called for the heavy unit, right? 3 tight ends coming on the field, and they got the job done clearing the way.
And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
And he returns this to the 22.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Houston. Take Dell, 57 yards.
And the Texans are able to at least get one score back.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And running with power here.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and Baker Mayfield set to take over once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really...
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Mike Evans, he's going to go. Now he's loose again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans finding the end zone yet again. And the Bucs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Here's Nico Collins, and this offense getting set to go for another drive. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team.
There he goes, right side. There on the catch and run, 73 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll give it to Mixon. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching. Back now in Houston. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Dalton Schultz. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Fairbairn good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46. The Buccaneers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans. He flat out can't be stopped.
And the Buccaneers continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Yet another trip to the end zone, and that last one, a bit of history. He has now broken the NFL record for most receiving touchdowns in a single game.
Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They're going to try and run. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
And here comes the Texans now.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And Stroud now to throw.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And now